Okay, let's have a look at the hip pouch. This is the pouch I wear on the side of my body all day long, and it keeps my lock in place, and it contains the tools you might need like right now on hand, and it also has enough room, hopefully, for the little things. If I'm asked to move a set of keys or something from something like small hard drive or something, USB stick, I don't want to take off the whole bag or put it on the cargo rack somewhere stupid. I want it in here, like on my body, quick. So it has a multitude of purposes. Also, there's a lot of admin we need to do. Well, no wonder it doesn't keep closed. This freaking, that's not Velcro anymore, guys. That is not Velcro. Maybe I should really replace this. Yeah, the hooks are still hooks, but the loops are not loops. All right. This is actually, I can do a little bit of a commercial here. This is a Holic. It's an old bike messenger that made these, handmade them back home in her basement somewhere, I think. And I was lucky enough to get a hold of one of these while she still made them. It used to be red all over. This has been with me all of the years I've been a bike messenger, except maybe like the first 4 months. I don't think I had it then. But it has stood up, man, to a shitload of abuse and just work. I love this thing. Right, so here we are. This is a bag, and here is what is actually inside it. Yes. Okay, well. Okay, well, nice. This is why we do this, because god damn it, man. Okay. I think it was about time that I emptied this thing out. I will clean this and put everything back in there at some point. Not everything, for God's sakes, not everything. All right, let's see what we got. What even is all this, right? Okay. We have, half of its purpose is to be a snack bag. So of course there's a little piece of chocolate in there, and of course it has melted a few times. Of course that's going back in there, man. No problem. Aha, patches. I suck at patching, so if I have a real old school patch kit with the vulcanizing rubber and the solution and everything, it takes me forever and it probably doesn't work. These are adhesive patches. And that's the only way I can actually make a patch stick, so that goes back in there too. The reason I have fewer tools than most people is that I bring a multi-tool always. So that always goes in the side pouch, and I use this more often than anything because it has a pair of needle nose pliers and a knife. Those are the two kits that I use all the time. And the third most used kit is probably the ruler on the side to measure things. So yeah, those important, essential pieces of kit. And there's this. This is part of the, okay? Important piece of admin. This is the actual tag. Like, this is the reason we call them tags, and as far as I know. And this used to be our job. This used to be what it was. You gave them a slip or a tag, and people, the customers, people signed that, and that was your proof of delivery. And you ended up having like stacks of these that you had to go to the office and hand in to get paid. It's a lot easier these days when you're doing it electronically. So I keep this with me. Always goes. I bring a tiny tripod for. Sorry about that. It's like a world of dust in there. I bring a tiny tripod for the selfie stick and everything to maybe place and pretend like someone else is filming what I do. Don't use it enough. This is from a hotel, somebody's business card. It must have been important at some point. That does not go back in. This is a something speed link, 10 speed link. That's because I have 10 speed on the cargo bike, and at some point that chain is going to break. Always bring a freaking link. You may not have to bring one if you always ride BMX chains on your fixies. Those aren't going to break. They're going to stretch and you're going to hear it. It'll be fine. They don't break. but I still bring them every day always, because your colleagues do run derailleurs and everything, and they might need like a replaceable link. So I bring a link for a 10-speed, and I bring a link for this 9-speed, which also goes for 8 speeds, I think. But if not, you guys are probably going to correct me, so there you go. Hang on, what? One of these. It's called a pen, dude. It's a pen. One pen. There we are. And I must have had a lunch at some point, because I have shoved a fork in there. That is not necessary. I must have also needed an 8 for something specific on the bike, because I rarely have a need for that. And if it's acute, I can always use the pliers. So the 8 goes back on the wall. I don't need to bring that. A zip tie, though. You know what? I'll keep a zip tie in there, because that's good. Nope. Gum. Yes. Bring gum. Why not? A lighter? Ha! A working lighter. A working small pink lighter. That's really nice. I didn't need the light to see that it was pink. I was going to see if it was anything in there. Really worn pieces of old rubber bands. No. Get out of here. Less worn rubber band. Yes. Thank you. Keep. God, man, these are. Yeah, I'll keep 2 rubber bands. Most of the rest of this is actually money, because every once in a while you get a tip. I know, it's crazy. It actually happens. We actually get tips sometimes. And anytime I have cash on hand, I always just stick it in there, because that's snack money, and yeah, and it feels like free money, right? Because it's a tip, and it's not a part of your economy at all. And this is like 40 kroner or something, and that's going to be enough for snacks, and those will feel like free snacks. So those go back in. And for some inexplicable reason, I also have crap tons of washers, and those are obviously not necessary. So they go back in the workshop, and an M6 for some reason. And the rest is not precious to me. Hello. 1 krona, yes. Okay, wow. That, all right, cool. So that's about as far as that goes. I'll shove all of that shit and maybe some more in there, and I'll talk a little bit more about the hip pouch. And for now, I'm just. All right. So I'm ready to repack everything. I have removed a little bit of that excess crap, but I still want to keep some of it, so I remember that it used to be red. This thing is actually pretty nicely designed. Outside of the flap, oh my god, look at that shit. I think what I should do is actually incorporate like a magnet or something to make it automatically close. I'm not a big fan of having a clip or anything there, because I do want to be able to close it and open it fast with just one hand. So for now, it's just that. Check the inside. It's got one big fat room where I shove everything I need, like customer stuff or big things or whatever. And then it's got all this little admin stuff, like a little bit of this thing folds up, right? So it's got a little room there for me, some stuff there, documents or whatever. Tiny little pouch there, and a bunch of little ones that I've never really used, because I'm sure they're for pens or something. But when this folds over, I don't know. I shove my pens out here in the edges. Anyway, let's refill this up with the stuff that I actually do need. Starting with that tripod thing, bottom. My actual tags in the little admin pouch. I usually keep lighter and a little bit of room in the front, where I also keep other things that are also tool-ish and small, which means my missing links and the patches. That's what the first room is for, and they're always there. Never forget them. You don't have to think about them, they're just there. This little room here is actually for minis, because I need to be able to feel where they are and not have to look, and this thing goes in there too. Why? Because I need it really often. And then there's the big room where I'll just shove in things that I don't really need at the bottom. I'll shove that in with the money, because honestly I shouldn't shove this in the big room because I'll forget it, but that's where snacks go all the time. For now, it's in the small room. My pens are always here on the side, and this thing gets to go in the big room. So now there's still a lot of room in there, so if I have to move like somebody's glasses or a hard drive or something, it can still fit in there. I do want to upgrade though, because I always have 2 pens and I recently broke one. So I'll bring another pen, and I'm going to try bringing one of these, which is a different kind of ballpoint pen, so that this might work at different temperatures than the other one. So together, they might make one powerful team. Honorable mention, a map. For the longest time, I always brought one of these, and it just fit perfectly in there. Sorry about that. But I've admitted that I actually don't use it. Not only do I know the most of the streets we visit because it's always the same ones, when I do need it, I just use my phone like a normal person. So even though when I started there was no such thing as smartphones and we really did need this, and even though I love these and they're not made anymore so they're precious, I don't actually need to bring it every day. So I won't. So actually, yeah, we're doing pretty all right here. I got enough room in here for fruits and snacks and customer stuff and whatever I want. So I don't want this to be full. I want it to be basically empty, but with the stuff I need often, like paperwork and little tools. So there. That goes back on my hip. So I think that's pretty much it for as far as toolkit goes, and the stuff that I bring for me. Bike lights and stuff, I actually just leave those on the bike, and locks don't count. The lock hangs on the side of that, and the keys on my arm. So yeah, I think this is basically what I need for tools, and from now on I'll actually have my pump with me, so I won't have that issue again. That was embarrassing. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will, if you like seeing a little bit of behind the scenes of what I bring and do and how I do this shit, let me know. I'll bring more. I can share the whole bag, get more into detail about bikes and gearing and whatever. So yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I'll make it happen. Have a great summer, and I'll see you out there.